Okay, I'm going to show you nail clipping on Archie. He's got nice white nails. They don't really need cutting, they're a little bit long, but they're not really bad. We've got some different types of nail clippers. These ones are my favourite. They're really quite quiet and soft and they don't make too much of a noise. These ones are a little bit noisier, but these are great because as you can see the difference, these ones are open at the top here. So if you've got a nail that's curled right round, you can actually take it off with this one, whereas with this one, you can't. So hopefully your dog's nails won't be going right round. You can use for bigger dogs, you can use bigger nail clippers. Okay, so if you can see, don't know if you can see very clearly, but you have the quick, which is here. That's your blood vessel. It actually comes down and sort of tapers down, so you don't ever want to cut right up to where that is. Always come a little bit further down. If you look from underneath, often the nail, especially black nails, they'll be hollow. So anything that's hollow can come off. When you're trimming the nails, Archie's obviously really calm and you want to be nice and calm as well. Often most people hate trimming nails because it scares them in case they make them bleed. So I would just say, just take a tiny, tiny little bit off, and especially if you've got a wriggly dog. Most dogs aren't as chilled out as Archie here. Okay, so these nails really only need a tiny amount of. The trick is to hold onto the actual nail. Don't just hold the foot because then you've got really no control over what you're doing and you're likely to take too much off. So I'm just there, I find my spot, I commit myself and just go for it. What you don't want to do is start pressing the nail clipper and not actually doing anything, because that's when the dog will just get fed up. So find your spot, commit, go for it. Okay, so I'm literally just taking the very, very tips off, and that's all you need to do. In terms of the angle, see the nails growing this way, so what you don't want to do is go in like that. You go in the direction of the nail, okay? And then we have our dew claws. The dew claws are kind of like our thumbs. If I can just whiz you around, Archie. Good boy. Okay, so they're here. Some dogs have them, some dogs don't. With those, you'll have to just literally pull the nail out a little bit. Moves around a bit, but it is attached to tendons. Oh, sorry, you can't see. There you go, so move around a bit. It's attached to tendons, so, you know, dogs can have feeling in that. Often dogs will have dew claws on their back legs. He doesn't, but some dogs do. Those are completely useless. They're not attached to anything, but obviously because they don't wear down the dew claws, their dogs aren't using them to walk. They often grow a lot faster than the other nails. Okay, Archie, can I have this foot? Good boy. Okay, so again, I'm going to come in. The dew claw is here. Take a little bit off that, and then just work your way through. Okay, all done. Good boy. Now, if you do go too short, it's not the end of the world. It's like you cutting a nail too short. Yes, it might be uncomfortable. Yes, it might bleed. But as long as you haven't taken loads off, which hopefully you won't do, you know, the bleeding should stop fairly easily. If it doesn't, just pop a little bit of flour. Pinch a bit of flour, just, you know, self-raising or plain, and just press it onto the nail, and that should hopefully stop any bleeding. But like I say, if you just take a tiny, tiny amount off, then you should be okay. What you don't want with nails is you don't want them to get so overgrown that they touch the floor. If they touch the floor, they'll start deforming the bones in the foot, so it's actually quite dangerous. So you do want to keep your dog's nails, you know, trimmed and maintained. Sorry, Archie. You come round this way, good boy. Okay, and then your back nails, I'll just do one foot here. Again, just come in, a tiny, tiny bit off. His aren't very long at the back, but it's that clonk of the nail clippers that most dogs don't like. So, you know, just try if you can, try to be sort of quick. Equally, if your dog really hates it, just look at them, just look at the nails, and you see which ones are the longest. Usually these two at the front, you can see, sorry, these two at the front, and the dew claws are usually your longest ones. So if your dog hates it, just concentrate on getting those done. Do one a day. You don't have to do them all in one session. Often the back nails don't get so long as the front. So again, if they don't need doing, just leave them and just do the nails that really need it. And like I say, just take your time, remain calm, and your dog will be, as a bit calmer then as well. Okay.